Hello people, we've got a bunch of goodies that have come in just over there, and best of them all is this. Heard good things about these. Just want to see, where's the app? This is an upgraded or better wiring harness than what you normally get apparently, so we're going to give it a go. Apparently it plugs in just behind the main unit there. I believe we're gonna have to take this out and yeah, get this mounted in there somewhere and see what the results are like, just to give you an idea to start with what the sound's like at the moment. Maybe when I just take you home. See what the upgrade sounds like. So you need to get this bit out, but you can see it's all covered and overlapping, so to get that out we need to get that out. To get that out we need to take that off. Let's go ahead. Going ahead and start it on this side, and then just want to slowly ease it out. Obviously make sure you've got the start button there, you don't pull that off. Not yet anyway. And then just want to slowly get in there. Create a bit of a gap behind here. There we go. And that comes off. Get in there. Ooh. Don't want to end up breaking anything. There we go. This off. Just as you can see, I've got everything resting in there. So this ribbon cable here, I've actually taken out from the back. It's quite tight in there, but you've got to, the little screwdriver, just push these in and pry it up a little bit. And then this bit comes out, just because, yeah, I didn't want to start messing about with that. And then should be, there we go, 4 little screws holding in the disk drive. And I will just take this bit off as well, just because, yeah, it's going to get in the way a little bit. So this plug comes off like that, and then so that's out. I did have to go ahead and put the gear stick in neutral to be able to get enough space. And then there's a bunch of wiring. So let's take a look. The next thing will be this cable comes up, which is, you got that little kind of tab in there, and the same on the other side. So that one there, if you can imagine, and that's in the lock position there, and then you pull it up and it comes out. Quite a clever design, I like these. So yeah, that goes in there. And this was the wiring harness that was supplied with it. Yeah, you got this plug. There's this little tab on here which kind of locks it in place. So you pull that apart, push this up. Got that going in that way with those 4 sort of pins up there. Make sure it lines up. So I've got that. That's how it goes in, just over there. Right, so that's all plugged in, nice and flush. And you got this cable coming out of here, which matches this cable here. Obviously you don't want to connect those because that would just be pointless. So you've got the other wiring loom here, which I've opened up. This I'm guessing will go into the amp. You got this cable coming from here, this plug here. That will plug into these. Obviously make sure you connect the power up to the power, so that'll be the power one there, just like that. And then this one, so we'll go into that top bit there. And then here's the ones for your speakers. This makes me feel like I'm 18 again or something, honestly. Yeah, back to those days. And this plug, just make sure that's sitting in there flush, because mine was a hell of a job to get in there. I had to properly line it up. And I didn't want to put too much pressure on this here, so what I did was kind of held it from both sides. Once it was kind of halfway in, I had to really put pressure on it to push it in. And then started, you know, at the same time pushing this plug in. And once I got it clipped in, I had to push it in again further. So yeah, that's how that works. Now, got to figure out where we're going to mount the amp. So just as a quick FYI, that green cable there, the one right in front of you with the sort of black, the one next to it with the black cover on it, that on some cars you need to take out from here. So this is obviously the plug that's kind of further now down the wiring loom, but it was originally in the back of the stereo. So you might need to take it out from there and then plug it back into the back of the stereo, I believe it was. Just because as a result of me not doing that, my aux and my Bluetooth stopped working, so I had to redo that. And the way to take it out is, if you look at this plug here, that little picture there, this is from our main man Davey Goodman. He's the one who's kind of helped me out with all of this. Yeah, so you need to sort of unhook that pin in there. There's that little pin. Stick like a thin screwdriver or a flathead screwdriver, something thin in there, and unhook it from there, and it should just literally slide right out and slides back into the other spot on the new plug. So yeah, I'd suggest it's worth just kind of hooking everything up here, powering it on, make sure your aux and your Bluetooth work, and you're actually receiving sound in them. It's also good, just worth doing a check over here anyway. Provided it all works, carry on, otherwise change these cables over. Don't really want to block up the fuse box. I wonder if I take this out, if I can get it in there. Yeah. Looking at it through there, should be enough space. So I've pretty much taken the glove off. There's just a bunch of, well, for it's this bit that we want to take out the surround anyway. You don't necessarily need to take the glove off itself. I just thought I needed to. At the moment anyway, that's what it seems like, because at the back the glove compartment just hooks into this bar over here, and you only need to take these surrounding screws out. So there's they're like Torx bits, but it's still not coming out. So I'm going to try and take a look at what's in behind here. So for that, I'm going to take out the drink cup holders. There's these Phillips bits in here. Take those out, and that should let me take out these. So it turns out they're just the drink cup holders actually slot into the back, just in there, which is what's still holding this in. So I've got this one on this side over here. That should now let us ease it out. And yeah, to be honest, that's going to give us tons of space behind here. The amp's going to sit just above on here, hopefully with a bit of luck. And yeah, I'll put this back together for now. Right then, we've just about managed to get this bloody thing in. You can see there's wires in the back. Getting those in there took longer than anything else. So in all honesty, the only issue was the main harness on the back of this doesn't give you enough kind of lead wire to kind of move that plug around to the side. So what I've done is where you can see those wires are going into the back there, that's the wiring harness that comes out of the back of the drive itself. And then to shove two of the big plugs sort of down there. You can see one just over there, that's one, and there's one just below that. That was the only way I could really do it, to be honest, from what I could see anyway. But that took longer than the rest of the bloody install. But yeah, apart from that, I'm just going to screw it back in now. I've tested it, it runs okay at the moment. Right then, all done. Well, got a couple of trim pieces left to go back on, but it's all screwed in, glove compartments all screwed in. The only other thing I wanted to show, the reason I wanted to mount this here, by taking the top trim piece off, is still sort of accessible. So if I did want to end up fine tuning it, it's going to be much easier to get up to from here. Probably have to use something. And the other thing I wanted to show is how I've mounted this. So not screwed it in because I don't like making holes and stuff. But there you can see the wirings in the back coming along the body kind of thing. And then I've used a tie clip in the screw holes there to hold it onto the glove compartment kind of housing thing itself. And then if I show you from this side, you can see the tie clip goes all the way around. You have to join two tie clips up together. Yeah, it's done the job nicely. You could also mount it to the kind of bar at the back kind of thing, I suppose, somehow. But it's good enough for where it is for me now. So I went ahead and done some fine tuning for this. So this came out, or when it was out. As you can see, I've adjusted the low in front to about halfway. Same with the rears. Because the front's got subs on it, there was too much bass coming for me for when it was on the full setting with this HPF on full. So I've put that on HPF. I think that's where they're both might be anyway. Obviously these have subs under the seat, so that's probably why it was too much bass. Anybody feel free to advise me further on that. Another thing, I took out this, so this trim piece is basically here, and that switch pops out. I didn't realise, so I just pushed that out, had it connected there for whatever I needed to for now, and then we got the other one in there, and yeah, so that's all connected up. I'm going to put this back together, go for a test drive and see how we get along with it. So the install's all done. All back in there. Just to test the sound now. It can be a little bit crackly at the top, but yeah, overall much better. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that, to be honest. Not too bad at all. Feel free to ask any questions or anything if I can help anyone further, but apart from that, thanks for watching.